What's up, you guys? I'm back. I haven't posted a video in like 10 days, which is so odd for me, but we've been doing destination education in Mexico and it's been a blast. Stay tuned for that vlog. But for today's video, I wanted to show you how I am going to achieve a bright, buttery, summery blonde on grown out blonde like this one. I've been doing a series on my TikTok where I break down celebrity hair, how I would achieve it, and then I actually do it. If you are not following me on TikTok, make sure you are because that's where I'm doing the series. I also have it on my Instagram, but here is the full video of this breakdown. We were going for the Hilary Duff buttery rooted lived-in blonde, and it's definitely a highly requested color, so I wanted to show you guys how I would do it. All right, so we're starting with a slice on either side of this money piece section that I'm doing. I like to follow the hairline of the client, which is why I'm doing one right here, and then I'll pivot and do one on the left, because then I'm following the kind of circular shape of her hairline and not just doing it straight on, because then it might look a little strange. And I'm doing slices first and then transitioning into smaller baby lights. Then I am going to transition in the mohawk area into a thicker stitch pattern with bigger subsections for more dimension, because the photo that she's wanting has that dimension that you can physically see throughout that mohawk area, which is why I'm doing that parting. I've got Mama Styles helping me in the back. She has 3 sections and I have 4 that I'm working with, and we're just wanting to blonde her up as much as possible while still giving her something low maintenance. And it's been a year since she's had a full highlight, so she's been letting it grow out, doing more of a lived-in look for a while, so it's going to be really fun to take her brighter. So now that I've done those slices, you can see that I'm just working my way back, doing foils now directly back in this bang box section before we head into the mohawk. And we are using Blonde Me with 20 volume. That's just like my go-to. I swear it's all I use. But I've also been using Wella Blondor, which I really like. I use Goldwell Oxycure every now and then, but this is just tried and true. It gives me a clean lift and it just works really well on everyone. We are using the Jay-Z foils. These are the money piece foils, the Made of Money, smaller size. And then we're going to transition into our larger foils as we work in the back. All right, this is something I do if I really want a bright money piece that makes the rest of the hair look a little dimensional and that hairline really stands out. I take all of the dropouts from this section and I tease it in a slice, and that just pops out those ends even more so they match the brightness in the foils. Now I am working my way up the sides, and I am doing a little bit of a bigger stitch pattern, but a very tiny subsection so that we can get really good saturation still. So now I'm just working up the side of the head with my foils. When I'm above the ear, I like to use a board for sturdiness, and then after like the first 3 to 4 foils, I'm good without it. This is just one of the ways I like to fold the standard foil size that we have. We have these in the two different patterns. This is the Your Majesty, and they are a little bit wider than your traditional foil so that you have extra room to work with. And you can fold the lip over like I am doing right here, and then fold it up once and then fold the corners over, especially for a look like this where I'm not like packing in the baby lights. I want a little dimension while still getting her pretty blonde. I like to fold the foils this way. When that section is done, I'm going to tip out the ends. I typically like to tip out the ends as I go so that they process with my foil work. If you tip out your ends very last, make sure to bump your developer up so that they process a little bit quicker. But doing it as you go is nice because then you can just use the same bowl of lightener that you're using within your foils. So now we're in that mohawk area, and I'm just doing the same stitch pattern I did on the sides, but now just heading straight back, and I fold the foil up once and then once again, and then tuck that lip underneath to keep everything nice and tight. A mohawk section isn't something I do on everyone, but when you want really dimensional tones, like with the inspiration picture we have, you can see the variation between the darker pieces and the highlights. This is a really good pattern to use. All right, we're now at the bowl. I actually lost the footage of us working at the toning table with the root shadow, but we did a 7N, 7NA Goldwell colorants, leaving that money piece out as you can see here. And now we are going through to do the toner. We are using Shades EQ 9NB, 9GI. This is one of my go-to combos for a buttery blonde. She obviously wants to be a lot brighter, but not super ashy, and warm and kind of neutrally beige blondes are so in right now, which I absolutely love. So this is definitely one of my go-to toners for that. Okay, so we have her all toned. We are just going to do a blow dry, and then we are going to be adding in extensions. We're going to be doing 2 rows of J-Tide wefts from JZ Styles Co., and then adding in a few tapes in the front. For her extensions, we used the Freddie, the Jordan, and the Natalie from JZ Styles, and this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this look on Kaylee. I think she looks absolutely stunning, and I love the way this turned out.